Hey everybody, this is Nicholas with Tabletop Shenanigans.
This is Matthew.
This is Felipe.
So Matthew, what are we talking about today?
The same thing we talk about every day, Nick.
What?
Shenanigans.
Okay. Seriously, what are we talking about today?
Some serious business. Well, we did just have the Warhammer Open Day, which was kind of big. They had a couple of cool things for everybody. I mean, they had some things for AOS players and Warcry and stuff like that.
Let's be realistic, though. The opening day was for two people only. The people who wanted sisters and then everyone else.
This is true. Sisters got big releases, like what we're getting, pre-orders now for all of our plastic models. So you don't have to buy the big opening box. Anybody gets access to all of these plastic models. We got some things like the Retributor Squad.
The Penitent Engines.
Yeah, Penitent Engines. Looks like Arcoflagellants are getting some new models, which look pretty awesome.
The Flying Sisters with Swords.
The Flying Sisters with Swords.
The Seraphim, yeah.
Yeah, Seraphim,
Seraphim. And then you also got this really awesome new piece of scenery, which I'm excited to get.
What's it look like?
Well, it's a big like broken chapel, but it has a undamaged, pristine statue.
You forgot to say statue.
Well, I said pristine, and it sounded a little bit too much like Celestine, so I had to wait a pause. Pristine statue of the Saint Celestine.
It does look, it's a gorgeous looking model. I would love to just paint it because it's such a does it have any rules? Like, I mean, is it like a fortification?
I'm sure it's going to have rules, just like every army that's been released with like a new edition or something comes with something like the Orc Mech Shop or the thing for the knights that reloads their missiles and stuff like that.
Their little
I bet this is going to give something like when you're next to it, you get extra additional like fate dice or the miracle dice or some kind of rules that are going to come with this, which would be really awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Did you guys see any sister players at the tournaments you guys were at?
No.
Not yet. You see a lot of people. I see a lot of people that are still building on Facebook and stuff like that, posting pictures of their new armies.
The only thing I see on Facebook these days is people scalping that box.
Oh yeah,
Jeez.
You see a lot. Actually, our local Games Workshop store just got one in randomly. They're like, boom, after Christmas Miracle.
They've been popping up on eBay. There's some that are still trying to like sell it for like $100 more than what they're worth, but they're slowly going down in price
because people are witch hunting them. It's kind of funny. I saw someone post about it the other day, and it's like, "Hey, the total retail value is $210." Just saying, and yeah, dude, no one. I'm glad that we don't really support scalpers that much anymore because personally, I think that's pretty.
Yes, I would agree. It's pretty. Yeah, it's really bad. I mean, when we're taking advantage of people that were less fortunate than you, that didn't have the money that day to buy it or didn't have the time to buy it. And some people I saw were getting like 5 or 6 plus boxes delivered to them, knowing that the only reason they're doing that was to resell them, which is really, it puts a bad taste in everyone's mouth, especially in the community. You don't really want to do that.
No, it's an unfortunate thing though that happens. I mean, I do get some people that do buy like a couple boxes and then they just resell like the individual models because there's a lot of people that don't want to buy the whole box. Like,
that's fine though. If they're buying it and then some in the house they don't want, because not everyone, especially people in our hobby, has friends.
Yeah. Well. I understand too, like as a sister, if I'm building an army, I couldn't build an army on one box. That's not enough points to play 2,000 points worth of sisters. So I could understand that you might need to buy 2, maybe even 3 boxes if you plan on actually building and using all of them.
Right.
I was going to say, you need a lot of sisters.
You do
actually.
Yeah, sisters. I think a whole sister squad's like 50 points around there. Like
50 points for 10?
For 5.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I mean, they're as cheap as a scout squad, but they have the 3-up armor save, which is pretty nice. But if you're trying to flesh out an army with sisters, you're going to need more than the 15 or 10 that come in the initial box.
And they're such a good troop choice. Like, I mean, they're almost as strong as a Space Marine. They have the stock weapon of like just a regular Space Marine. The armor save of a Space Marine, the same movement and everything.
Yeah.
They can carry just about everything that a Space Marine can.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, I mean, just comparing it to like other like troop choices from other armies, and they stand up there with some of the best ones.
No, I 100% agree that the Sister of Battle is like point for point one of the strongest models in the game.
Mm-hmm.
As far as other troop choices go.
Why do you say that?
With just her point cost being so much less than a Space Marine. I mean, look at the Space Marine's in a good spot right now. Its point cost for what it does on the table is effective. It's really good at holding objectives. It's good at putting out firepower when it's needed. I mean, a bolter is wounding pretty much anything that you shoot a bolter at on 4s or 3s.
Yeah.
So if you have a sister that costs even less that can do the same thing and still have a 2-up armor save in cover, it's really, really effective.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I haven't really put much thought into my sisters. I got the box. It's just chilling at home. I put together 2 of the sisters. It's just, I really like the models. I think they're really cool. I'm not a big fan of the pendant engine, honestly, with you, though. I'm not a big fan of how it looks.
You don't like the walking Iron Maiden on its
It's kind of bland. It's alright.
I actually like the pendant engine, not only for its look, but also its ability on the table. I mean, I haven't seen the new rules for it yet. I haven't been graced with the books. I like it
on the table,
but
not
the new rules. But before, if it reached its target, it pretty much crushed anything it touched.
Shredded like cheese.
But
a fine wine.
You have to get it there. That was always the problem with the pendant engine was trying to get it to where you're going was a difficult task.
Is it about as strong as like the Grey Knight's like baby carrier?
Yeah, I'd probably say its damage output would probably be more than that in combat because it has like chains that do extra attacks and stuff like that. And it's really good at chopping through whatever you want it to. The problem is if you look at it wrong, it falls over.
Man, that just leads me to my next thing. Like, what about Grey Knights? I know that new Second Awakening book is going to be really good for them, but at the same time, I'm kind of wary because we haven't really seen big updates with the Second Awakening. Yeah, we got a lot of like minor life quality of life changes. But, like, did we really get anything crazy out of them?
We got the biggest one, in my opinion, was the very first release for Craft Worlds.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that was huge.
The shenanigans you can do with X arts and everything.
Yeah, they did. They added so much. Just adding all those extra things you can do where you can change your X-Arc powers or even add an extra X-Arc power. And then they came up with the whole build your own Craft World, which was insane. I mean, there were some huge changes to Craft World. So they've kind of, since then, it's just been more like trickle here and trickle there.
The Chaos book is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen some people playing around with the Chaos
Alpha
book.
Legion got pretty strong. They get to do some real shenanigans with obliterators and everything. They can make them to where they can't be shot at, and then you can pump out a bunch of like mortal wounds and everything with them.
Yeah, I'm not saying, there's definitely, but the biggest one being the Craft Worlds, and then it's kind of trickled down. Like even the Blood Angels one had some cool things, but it wasn't anything that was like game changing, like new rules or anything like that.
It made them up to par.
It did bring I'd give you that. Blood Angels now, I feel like I've dusted off my Blood Angels and gotten a couple games with it since they released the new book. And I'm pretty pleased with what I've seen, and I'm excited for the new Mephiston model. And I'm still trying to make it work. Death Company Intercessors. We're gonna make it work somehow. We'll figure out where their niche is. But we'll have to work on that still. But I'm excited to see what comes up because we're gonna get some new rules for Thousand Suns, for Grey Knights and Dark Angels in this next book. And I don't know.
Man, Dark Angels already got that new character too. That was pretty cool.
Which one?
Lazarus, Captain Lazarus, or whatever his name is.
Okay.
Legion is Dark Angels. Legion is Blood Angels.
Blood Angels is Ninth Legion.
Yeah, you didn't know. You didn't know that for a second.
I knew it right away. But I thought you were gonna make a joke like, some new Chaos Demon that came out.
No. I actually enjoyed the new Dark Angels model itself. It looks pretty good. Personally, my real problem with Dark Angels is just their color scheme.
I hate their color scheme.
I think green is just really bland.
And their lore is stupid too. I just don't like Dark Angels in general.
Like I understand like why they're hunting the Fallen, but like Why? Why are they hunting the fallen? I get like they're disappointed, but like it's like your stepdad like beating you. You know, like it's like come on, dude. I already got bad enough. I got a stepdad.
No, it's just like I just love how
That's so wrong.
There's an actual chapter called the Raven Guard, but yet the Dark Angels are the edgiest boys on the block. They're the kids that listen to 30 Seconds to Mark and My Chemical Romance.
So what's wrong with 30 Seconds to Mars and My Chemical Romance?
No, nothing. I love those bands, but they
What
listen to
do I
exclusively.
took you to do? I don't remember how the song goes.
I do. My thing though is that what are they going to do with Grey Knights? Because my thinking is that Grey Knights are right now in such a bad position that I don't think just a couple of rules here and there is going to fix them. I think they need a whole new codex, honestly.
I don't think so. They're really strong. It's just they're too expensive.
Well,
Too expensive and they have no good strategies.
Well, they just got the point drop. The stratagems really do hurt. They really are lacking in useful stratagems. But they did just get a point drop. And
Man.
what? And chapter approved. It helps. Yeah.
Man, but even demons though, demons are just so good because they can ignore Grey Knights.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you just wiped my squad? Boom, here's 30 more Demon Knights or 30 more whatever have you.
So unless if they add a tactical doctrine for Grey Knights, you'll still see Grey Knights doing what they always do, where they're going to be paired up with sisters, or they're going to be paired up with knights,
Inquisition is a great ally.
or they'll be paired up with Imperial Guard. Because what's better than having a frontline assault of these hardy Grey Knights that love getting into combat? Throw some tanks and artillery behind them to support them.
Yeah, and you don't even have to clean up afterwards. Grants do it for you.
Exactly.
Got
But
some delinquent guardsmen out there? Well, here's the Grey Knights.
exactly. Well, the Grey Knights will eventually end up killing all of them because they can't let them know that they were.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was pointing to.
Okay.
So then you're Maddie, you're like the only one out of all of us, I think, that has played Grey Knights. What would be the biggest thing that they would need to change? Like, what would be the biggest
spells?
addition?
I think honestly, like not
Astral
much.
Aim is pretty good though.
Astral Aim is fine. The problem is I can only cast it once, and I only have 6 spells, and I have every person on the table can cast a spell. So once I've cast all 6 of my spells, my other 7 units on the table are just like, well,
They only cast smite anyways,
I
right?
guess we smite. Well, they all get the spells plus smite. The problem is,
Oh, nice.
while I only have 6 spells, you have on the complete other side of the table, you have Thousand Suns, which are the equivalent to Grey Knights with their casting ability.
Yeah.
But they have not only their 6 spells, then they have 6 spells from this other table, and then six other from this table.
No, they only have 12 spells.
They have 12, but then who is the other? The main Aramon and stuff can pull from other demons, and same thing with Magnus can pull from other tables too. So they ended up with like 16 spells that they can choose from. And it just makes them more viable to have so many casters on the table.
And they have AP2 bolt guns.
Well, yeah, let's not get the AP2 bolt guns. Yeah,
that's pretty disgusting.
That is pretty nasty. But it's just the fact that I only have 6 spells, and then once I have to get the smites, I have to be within 6 or 12 inches to smite.
Yeah, these are supposed to be the best psychers that the Space Marines can offer, and yet they're not even that great as actual psychers. Like, just about any other army can do what they do, but better.
And Guardsmen, I think, have the best psychers, to be honest. Emperor's Gaze, is that the spell that's really broken? The one that lets you draw a line, and whoever is in that line takes a mortal wound?
It's something like that, yeah.
There's also the one where you can make it to where like a unit automatically passes morale every time, so you just cast that on the what's the name of the conscripts?
Yeah, on a big conscript blob, and then make him always pass morale.
Yeah.
What you actually see is what I've seen too is you take like a Beyblade and you bring 2 psychers right behind it and give it the one where it's increase its armor save by 1. And then the other one that's Night Shroud, it makes it -1 to hit. So you have a Baneblade with a 2-up armor save that's -1 to hit. It's pretty silly.
That's ridiculous.
You get Baneblade -2 to hit? That's pretty nasty.
-1 to hit. -1 to hit and +1 to its armor save.
And you shoot and pop smoke screen if you use a stratagem. honestly, Grey Knights needs a lot. They need a lot to become more viable.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think like a book is going to fix that because like. Yeah, like Blood Angels got quite a bit, but like not a codex worth of stuff. I think they like Grey Knights need a whole new codex.
I mean, the only reason why Blood Angels weren't played anymore was just because of one ruling change. That Deep Strike ruling change really messed them up. But like their rules are never bad. Personally, I don't think they're ever bad. Like Smash Captains are still very formidable.
Oh yeah, they got the best Smash Captains in the game.
Yeah. Well, that really did that one rule really did hurt Blood Angels really bad. Yeah, turn 2 Deep Strike is a game changer for that army in particular. They were in a really good spot when 8th edition first started. Once they released that rule, it really just kind of put a damper on it.
Munch their oats.
it munched their oats, indeed.
Anyways, yeah, Grey Knights. I think they could really do well if they won Primaris.
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
I think they're fine the way they are. I think we just need.
I'm tired of Baby Marines, though.
All I need is on a 5 or 6, or I'm sorry, on an 11 or a 12, I get a big boy smite or a regular smite. I have the opportunity to do D3 damage. And then also just give me 6 more spells. That's all I want. 6 more spells. And
a second school, like a second library.
Just like in the new release, most releases have come with additional psychic abilities. We're in the Psychic Awakening. Just give me 6 more spells so I can give all 12 spells out and have the opportunity to cast 12 spells. Yeah. Or
you know what they need?
Let me cast Astral Aim as many times as I want, and I'll take that too. Because if I can have 3 dreadnoughts in the back, all using Astral Aim, shooting through buildings, I love it.
Leviathan?
No, just regular dreadnoughts.
No, Wayne.
Regular dreadnoughts with either quad autocannons or 2 twin link las cannons on each of them. Venerable dreadnoughts, and I'll take it. That's all I need. Astral Aim.
If they could summon the Emperor.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah.
They did win every game, but
yeah, just anytime I want, I can summon any Primarch
on a 2+.
The Imperium side.
But the downside's only 2+.
On a 2+, yeah.
On a 2+.
So if I roll a 1, I don't get free Gilliman. But if I roll a 2 or higher, I get a free Gilliman anywhere on the table I want.
9 inches away from the closest enemy model. There you go.
9 inches away from the nearest. Yeah, that's it.
So switching over to the other one, what do you think they're going to be doing with Dark Angels, though?
I have not a clue.
Yeah.
No idea.
Very easy. They're getting a keyword change.
They're going to get a keyword change, yeah. To Chaos.
Imperium to Chaos.
Yeah, that's it. That GW has finally given in to our mass demands that they make Dark Angels Chaos.
Basically, Dark Angels are like new year, new me. Am I right?
It's called Ritual of the Damned, so they definitely are damned and are going to be Chaos. And I'm loving it.
I could see that.
The only thing they won't get.
I can see that.
The only thing they're not going to get is Debts to the False Emperor. They just won't get it.
Yep, sorry.
That's it.
It's fallen only, boys.
Fallen only.
Sorry, Phil. Whenever you're watching this, we still hate your army.
Yeah. Well, he's already started to do Chaos because he already knows now he's going to be able to partner up his 2 armies.
Yeah, there you go. Man.
So then what do you expect then with 1,000 Suns?
Ooh, that's
the interesting one.
Honestly, I think what's going to happen to 1,000 Suns is I think they're going to get a power revamp. Because their spells, even though they have so many, 1,000 Sun spells are kind of poopy.
What? Dude, they're so strong.
What do they have?
Oh, they have Zinch's Firestorm?
That's a demon spell.
No.
I'm talking about the 1,000 Sun spells.
Yeah, that's one of their spells.
Yeah.
They have access to those spells too.
Oh, do they really?
They have access to their spells plus all the Zinch demon spells.
Nice. Glamour of Zinch is pretty cool. I actually don't know what they're going to do.
They have Glamour of Zinch, they have Warp Time, they have all the good spells.
Yeah, they do. Like... They have such good spells. They really do.
They simply are not. They can't be outclassed casting. They are definitely, par none, the best casters in the game.
That's why you always got to have a Calexis in the back. That's how you win against 1,000 Suns. Just always have a Calexis.
Well, they're very easily beaten. 1,000 Suns is not hard.
Well, yeah, it's not that 1,000 Suns are good. I'm not saying that they're good in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that they are the best casters in the game.
Yeah, the only time you ever see Thousand Suns is when they brought Magnus.
Yeah,
that's the only reason.
There's Magnus, and sometimes they'll bring a Demon Prince with him, and maybe Armon. Yeah, they'll bring those three, and that's it.
Yeah, but they're good. Like,
yeah, good. I hate fighting Magnus. I hate him so much.
Tank commanders, just tank commanders. That's it. Just bring 4 tank commanders, point them at them, and delete.
Hey, guard beats everything. Okay. Guard counters
you can't bring 4 tank commanders.
Okay, 3 tank commanders and pass.
Someone tell me. Someone needs to check Matt's list from now on.
Yeah. You can check it every time, and it'll say tank commander, pass.
I bet you what they're going to do that is not going to ever be used is that kind of like what they did with Craft Worlds, where you can actually switch out your smite for a different smell. They'll probably offer that as well too, but everybody will be like,
they can already do that. I'm pretty sure.
No, not yet.
They can't swap powers.
No. Everybody has smite.
So everybody has inbuilt smite, and then they get to pick their powers.
Yeah, but I thought Thousand Suns could change theirs in between rounds or during the game.
They can, but they can never change smite. You can only change when your chosen powers.
Nice. Also, they can change smite.
So Crafts World's got 6 new spells that you can actually remove. They're like watered down spells, and you remove smite for one of these watered down spells. They're actually pretty unique. Some of them, like one of them is a Cloud of Flies spell, which means you choose a unit and they can't be targeted unless
you can add some to your charge.
Yeah, you can add stuff to charge. They're actually really useful, especially if you like to play with a lot of psychers like I do. It gives me more options than smite.
If you already bring like 1 million psychers because you're 1,000 Suns, it might not be a bad idea to switch out like a couple of units smite for like a couple of things.
But with 1,000 Suns, I wouldn't want to do that. I want all the smites because I don't get the penalty like as a Crafts World player. After my 3rd smite, I'm casting smites on 9s, which is really rough. Yeah. And my 1,000 Suns player, I'm still casting them on 5s all day.
You know what's really stupid? Demons still get the +1 to smites. So if you smite with your demons, they don't affect your 1,000 Suns. But like I had a Lord of Change, the literal demon, the champions of Zinch. Casting smite on 9s, but this random sensor up 5.
Yeah, that's just the way it works. But yeah, I just imagine they'll probably get some more spells. That's probably about it, and then they'll get a couple rules changes, maybe to help out some of their less used models.
You mean everything else except for the 3 that we just mentioned?
Exactly. You get some other rule changes. I have really no idea what they'll do with them. We're kind of just all speculating here.
I mean, you don't really see 1,000 Suns in competitive. You just see.
Did you?
You see Magnus, Armon, and then 1,000 Zinch demons.
Yeah.
No, you don't even see Zinch demons. Yeah. Zinch demons are poopy.
Yes.
I thought Zang
Plague Bears. Plague Bears are the way to go demon wise.
Plague Bears, Bloodletter Bombs.
You'll see a lot of people that'll be playing with like the Smash Brothers, and then they'll add in like a Knight or the Lord Discordance.
Oh, those things are brutal.
I hate. We've talked about Lord Discos. They're stupid. I hate Lord Discos.
They are rough.
They're such a cool model, though. I love how they look.
Yeah. I wish they would give a Dark Ad Mech a full line. I would love to play Dark Ad Mech.
That is a Dark Ad Mech all the way.
I said full line.
Oh, okay.
Like,
it would be interesting to see it. Because let's be honest, nobody likes Ad Mech.
Nobody at all.
Nobody
likes
Ad Mech.
Let's make them chaos.
Let's do it.
All their models are ugly. I mean, 1950s robots, steampunk planes. What is that?
Excuse me, you still ride wolves into combat.
This is true.
Guard literally ride horses into combat.
Yeah?
This is the year 40,000. We're still using animals.
My chapter master rides a boat into battle.
This is true. He does ride a sleigh in the battle.
Logan Grimdark rides a freaking boat into battle.
Let's be honest. This is sleigh.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy, so toxic.
He is Father Christmas, and he is bringing you a present of an axe to the mouth.
It's such a cool model.
I'm just saying, those 1950s robots, they're remote controlled, man. At least we got technology over here, right?
Technology in quotation marks. So you can still pray to a god that it works.
Excuse me, all father, sir. Calm down over there.
Yeah, he's over here praying to Christmas. You're over here praying to my
toaster.
To the toaster. Please don't burn my toast today. Please don't burn my toast today.
Every time it burns it.
Every time.
Speaking of technology, can we start talking about Tau?
Okay. Here it is. Shadow
All right, Phoenix,
Sun.
I need you to cut out the next 10 minutes of conversation.
You know, Nick, if I really wanted to, I could just cut you out of the episode.
He's just salty. So
What?
how about that Shadow Sun model? I love it. It's so cool. She looks so cool. Her lore is cool. I'm
So-
excited to play her.
The real question,
Hmm?
is she blue and gold? Or is she white and... Wait.
You can paint her whatever you want to. She now
How's
can...
that dress thing? How'd it go?
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god. He absolutely just butchered that.
Anyways, all right, moving right on. We're just going to skip over
Somebody
that.
get this man a cow because he is
Yeah.
butchering it.
All right, is it blue and white? No.
Is it white and gold or blue and black?
Yeah, there you go. Is she blue and black or is she white and gold?
Oh my god.
Both.
She's all four.
Well, actually, speaking of that, because of her whatever they announced, she can now go with any set. She doesn't actually just have to go with the Tau set. So you can paint her in whatever color you want, but you can't.
I mean, every Tau player's gonna paint her white, so it doesn't really matter.
Why?
I've never seen any Tau army that wasn't painted white or
Hold
some
on.
weird.
There's a Tau Sept. There's a
My
Far South Sept.
army is painted in Tau-Light Orchid. Thank you very much.
White
Yeah,
orchid.
I've seen quite a few people do Tau Sept.
Like the actual Tau Sept colors are the orange color.
Yeah.
Man, why can't everyone just paint their armies like mine?
The
original?
white color is Valora set.
Viola.
Viola, yeah,
Viola.
whatever it is.
That's the only one I see on tabletops are the white and red ones.
Because it's a really easy color scheme, and
It's
I mean
not,
I
white
like
is,
it.
White is a pain to paint with.
It's aesthetically pleasing. To see
Yeah.
white and black and red. It's good colors.
So-
it looks good to the eye. The people were kind of standoffish about the orange or the tan.
So
color,
it is a misconception that to think that like white is really hard to paint. It is if you don't know what you're doing, and I don't mean to like come off as like oh I'm better than you or anything. It was really hard to
Full
get the hang of it.
disclaimer,
It
he's
sounds-
coming off.
It sounds like he's over here and he got a little top hat and a monocle on. He's like,
Yes,
"Wow."
yes, me and my painted armies. Yes.
Yes, 3 minimum. Never heard of it. I paint with
No,
20
it's-
colors minimum.
Or whatever. No, it is hard if you don't know what you're doing. But and also Duncan Tooth and Coats, man.
Who?
Who?
That man doesn't exist anymore.
Whoa, hold
Redacted.
on. Redacted.
If I remember correctly, he left the hobby 4 days ago.
Inquisition.
Jesus.
Oh man, just kidding, Duncan. Please
back
hit us
to
up
Tau, back
for
to
a
Tau.
sponsorship. Anyways, yeah, back to Tau.
Back to Tau. Maddie, what do you think we're gonna get?
A new trash can to throw the Tau in.
Whatever.
Oh wow.
Whatever.
I don't think we're gonna get anything new besides the new model that we just saw.
She's probably gonna get some new sweet rules.
You know what? I've noticed something now.
What?
All these factions are getting new HQ choices. And that makes me really excited. Maybe Grey Knights are going to get...
New HQ? No, there's getting updated models for the HQs they already have.
Yeah.
Oh.
This isn't new.
Is Mephisto not new?
Mephisto's been around since the dawn of time.
Like the old Mephiston model still comes on in like a 28
Chief
millimeter.
Librarian Tigerius was an old model.
Yeah.
Um,
His old model was hideous.
oh,
too.
it was pretty bad. Same thing was the old Mephiston. That's the old Mephiston. It's pretty ugly.
It's
That's
rough.
the old one.
Looks just
versus-
like Matt.
That's the new one. I know, right? Pretty beautiful.
Wow. As you sit here with your surgical mask on, drinking this, I don't know, 0-calorie drink, Powerade, yeah.
Mephiston though did get a couple of like slight bumps. I think he just got like one more additional attack and one more wound just because he crushed the
Primaris, yeah.
Primaris land.
Well, it's because he's a beast.
Yeah, he's also super. Like his lore is ridiculous. He had a building fall on him, and then he still didn't die. He's the only Blood Angel that survived the Black Rage.
yeah.
Twice.
You know what? You know what I have found out about the lore? If you
Yeah.
read the lore for any faction, they make them sound so unique, like so cool, like, oh yeah, Army A did this.
Well,
And it's just like, well, every army did that.
Well-
This is not cool anymore.
the problem is that when it's just like if I told a story and then you told a story and you told a story, we're all telling different stories about the same thing. It's not like there's a single writer out there writing the lore for Warhammer.
No.
It's all done by just me. I submit a book to GW and they're like, yeah, that's cool. Boom, we'll put our stamp on it. And so
you're making video games now, are you?
Yeah.
It's GW Instant Slam.
They also gotta
put into production.
They also gotta make things sound appealing too.
I get that, but if you read the lore of most things, it's like, oh yeah, Tau were the first to do this. I'm like, oh, but so did this guy.
Tau actually in the lore are pretty weak and useless. They are minuscule compared to like all the other factions. Like if the Imperium woke up one day and be like, yeah, let's get rid of Tau, they could do it. They could absolutely do it.
Well, any of them could do it.
Like we talked about this.
Dumb Eldar.
I talked about this a couple weeks ago. Like tank commanders. You know, they don't just send 3 tank commanders in the battle. They send millions of tank commanders to a planet for battle. However, if they're going to fight against the Tau, they're like, yeah, 3 should do it.
Like they are a strong presence on the game board.
Yeah, I can see them on the tabletop right now, saying 3 tank commanders. Yeah, like the chief. What are they called? Tacticians. Mm-hmm. The people who send the armies to planets. Yeah, like there's like 7 guns. Just whatever, you know.
We got T8 chassis. Yeah, they're good. Should we send in reinforcements? No need.
Send 1,000 more points.
They did do a couple of mentions of stealth suits and ghost kills, so we might see a couple of rule changes to like those
good, because the ghost kill is awful.
Oh my goodness, the ghost kill is so good.
You can make it -2 to hit.
It's such a pretty model too.
It's a cool model. Okay. It is a cool model.
Its unique thing is that it's -2 to hit. What guns does it have that makes it so good?
It has a fusion. It has a melta gun.
Does it have a melta gun?
Yes.
Oh.
It has a fusion collider. I think it's like D3 shots with a fusion gun.
Redact that.
Yeah,
I know nothing of the Tau.
It's actually pretty good.
It's a bit of an awkward unit just because it's just like Tau, you're either all the way in the back or trying to get right up in your opponent's face, and then like the ghost kill is just like this thing that's just kind of like jumping all over the place, and it's minus thing to hit. It just doesn't really sync up with that many units.
It's -2 to hit. It's only if you have the drones nearby too.
Yeah,
so
that's the other thing.
You have to like protect those drones because they'll just target them first, and then it's only a -1 to hit outside of like 12 inches or something like that.
It is kind of neat to go ahead and just infiltrate it to where you can actually be like ahead. So that's a pretty cool thing to do.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, it's a unique model. I think it's actually pretty effective on the table, as well as it's a pretty model to look at.
Ghost kills, they're all right.
Yeah.
Just all right.
They're just all right.
Just all right.
I mean, there are no Riptides.
Yeah, definitely no Riptides.
And there's definitely no Storm Surge. Because they're actually useful. No, I was kidding.
I mean, Storm Surges are useful.
Oh my goodness, no.
If I have
you play an APOC game, then don't bring it.
There.
I mean, they're useful. If I have 1,500 points and I need 400 extra points to fill in, there you go.
There you go.
I'm playing a game right now where like it's just basically just sitting in, or it's a game that's on pause where it's just sitting in the back, and
he's playing it right now. We're moving models as we speak.
I mean, it's on pause at the moment, whatever. But it's just kind of just chilling out in the back, and I'm just like, what do I do with this big giant thing? If I move it, it's hitting on 5s. If I sit still, it's hitting on 3, but it's it's out of range of everything.
Wait. Oh, it hits on 4s. No.
It's on 4s.
It hits on 4s. Yeah. It has the anchors to where if it doesn't move, it hits on 3s, but it's just so far away of everything.
But that's only the turn after you anchor it. So it's only turn 2 on, it can hit on 3s.
That really sucks.
Yeah, it hurts.
It's God, but it's such a cool model too. That's the thing that bugs me.
I don't know. I don't really care for the way it looks.
I don't know. I think it looks like just a cool giant Gundam thing. So I don't know. I love the aesthetic of it.
It's definitely very Gundam-esque. But yeah.
I would like to see some more stratagems, because the Tau do have some good stratagems, but not that many good stratagems.
They have a lot.
Yeah,
they have the
+1 to wound 1, and then
oh my god, that's broken. Yeah. That in on itself is broken.
It's 3 command
and control node is really good.
There's a lot of good. I can't name off the top of my head because I don't play bad armies.
Marker light or the marker.
Okay.
Light. Yeah, that's a good one. If you play Borkan, there's the one that you just pick a point and marker light everything. I think that's Borkan. That's a really good one.
Well, I would just like some more, okay? I just want some more.
Okay.
You just want some more.
May I have some more, please?
Also, Space Marines have like how many pages worth of stratagems now?
Oh my goodness. That's just because you have to play based on a particular faction. And you pick your chapter and then you get extra stratagems.
You have so many stratagems as Space Marines, it's ridiculous.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No,
you have
don't.
2 books worth of stratagems.
So you're telling me if I wanted to, as a Blood Angels, I can go and use my Dark Angel stratagem. No, I can't.
No, Dark Angels don't get access to the original Space Marine stratagems.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say.
Not all of them. Like, they're getting up to that point. I bet you with this new book, of course, they're going to bring them up to the point where they can use the original Space Marine stratagems, and then they can use their new ones on top of it, and then whatever comes out of it.
I have never heard a Tau player complain about the number of stratagems they get.
I just want more, okay? I just want more.
Yeah, I need a stratagem to hit on a +1 to hit, plus another one to wound, 2 up invuln. Alright, dude. Doing more.
I would like to see more incentive to like actually like for the Tau to like start running towards the enemy because they're
8.
Well, yeah, but like the 8.
Shout out to Adam, by the way. He runs the 8 and only the 8. That's my boy.
I would like to someday get up to that point where I can run the 8. You have to get up to that point, but I just want more incentive to like play a more aggressive Tau, because with Tau it's too easy to just castle up. There's too many reasons to castle up. I mean,
do the Riptides have penalties to shoot if they don't move? If they move,
a lot of their weapons are heavy. So yes, like that big rail rifle, the one that everybody runs just because it's great at killing Space Marines. Yeah, the heavy burst cannon. That's a heavy weapon. And just about everything takes a penalty. You can give it, what's it called? Target lock. You can give them target lock to where it doesn't take any penalties for moving and firing heavy weapons. But that's 12 points right there that you're adding already to like a unit that's like 250, something like that.
I guess you're right. I don't know. I think the Tau are in a pretty good spot, and giving them anything else makes them better.
I mean, they are.
I'd like to see Tau 7th edition. I want to see Riptides with a 2-up, 4-up, 5-up.
That's not very good. That's not right.
A 2-up armor save, 4-up invulnerable, 5-up field
My
pain.
call is a 2-up invuln. I don't know what you're trying to. I'm sorry. The 2-up armor save. Guilliman as a 2-up armor
Isn't there a rule somewhere that says you cannot make a 2-up invuln? Like, isn't that like?
It's 3-up invuln.
Okay.
Because you can't get to a 2-up invuln.
Okay, so yeah, you cannot have a 2-up invuln. Even if
I know Matt's looking at me because I know there's that stupid Eldar model as a 2-up natural invuln.
No, there's
Eldrad has a 3-up invuln.
Dark has a 3-up invuln.
Yeah.
There's a Dark Angels model that has a 2-up invuln.
What?
Until he fails it. All of the Archons.
That's not Dark Angel.
Yeah, or Dark Eldar.
Yeah,
Sorry.
see, that's
Dark
what I was
Eldar.
just talking about.
Yeah, he has a 2-up. He has a 2-up until he fails it the first time, and then he loses. And then he loses
6-up.
And then he loses his invulnerable at altogether.
One bad roll is all it takes, man.
Yeah, but I've also seen the other side where it's 20 good rolls.
I mean, you don't really need even a good roll, just a mediocre roll.
Yeah, just 20 mediocre rolls is all I need. Just no ones.
Isn't that how your Harlequins usually go? You either make a bunch of 4-ups or your armies have to.
Oh yeah, it's one way or the other when I play Harlequins. There's no happy medium where I lose a little bit here and a little bit there. I either lose everything or I don't fail a single throw for like an hour. That's it.
Well, if you don't fail a single throw for an hour, I'm going to see your dice.
Well, don't check the ones I cooked, and you can check the other ones.
Sorry, dice is on the menu. Dice is on the menu, boys.
It's kind of like certain players that just keep making Discussing Your Resilience over and over and over again.
Yeah, you just really want to be like, hey, can you roll my dice now so we know they're not loaded?
No, you just roll their dice.
Yeah.
It's even better.
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll both be loaded.
Yeah, Laura.
She's not in the room right now.
Yeah. Well, you see what happened was.
See, this is Tabletop Shenanigans. There are no rules here. If we want to record in Felipe's kitchen, we will record in Felipe's kitchen.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been watching Laura play The Witcher for like the last 25 minutes. Well, I'm gonna lie, I'm just sitting here chilling, like, what's going on over here? Anyways, back to the topic at hand.
But I believe that there is a way.
Rude.
Hold on. I believe that there's a way to give a 2-up invuln to one of the Grey Knights characters as well.
What?
Yeah.
Caldor Drago?
Yeah, because you have
Crazy Caldor.
Because I think he has a 3-up invuln naturally.
Yeah, he
and
does.
then you can give him Sanctuary, which gives him +1 to his invuln save.
But it's not a 2-up invuln.
Yeah, it goes to a 2-up
technically
invuln.
a 2-up invuln, though.
It's a 3-up that you then make to a 2-up invuln for the turn. So yeah, it's a 2-up invuln.
Not technically.
Not not technically, except for on the technicality it is. But moving right along.
He does have a Storm Shield, which is a 3-up invuln. So
Yeah.
I guess unless there's some rule that said they may have FAQ'd it somewhere.
Well,
No?
that's actually...
Okay.
You can have a 3-up invuln because it was +1 to his save.
No, it's +1 to. I think it says +1 to invulnerable set.
What's the name of the spell?
It's called Sanctuary.
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 That's crazy. I can't believe you can get a 2-up invuln.
So changes manifested with the vision until the start.
Yeah.
No, it says in parentheses to a maximum of 3.
Well, okay, never mind. All right. They must have changed that because originally
Yeah.
it wasn't that way.
Turns out, 2-up invulns are really
2-up
toxic.
invuln would be just stupid. That'd be the only model that should have that should be the Emperor of Mankind.
Why not Gilliman?
No.
I think Gilliman should have it.
Daddy's son can take a slapping from time to time too.
Who? Gimmin? Is he even... You mean the adopted child?
The what?
The adopted child?
The adopted child.
Does the Emperor even have a magnet of...
If anything, Call is the adopted child of the
Are you kidding
Emperor.
me?
No, he's more like the weird, creepy
He's
uncle.
like the weird, creepy uncle. Yeah.
Oh,
He's always like, come over here, Space Marine, let me touch you. I'll make you a Primaris.
Oh, well, that's dirty, guys.
All right. Well, remember, we're still a family channel here.
I mean, you're the one that ruined it.
Hey. Well, you see what happened was.
Try to just let go. Anyways, it is New Year's, so what are your New Year's resolutions? Because, those are fun and nice and interesting to talk about because everyone loves us.
Yeah, everybody does love us. We're pretty amazing over here. Well, my New Year's resolution was pretty important. I decided that I'm gonna hold off on buying and finish painting.
So you're telling me if I sell you my Ad Mech for $200,
I'll buy it right now. 100%. But that's already painted, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm gonna try my hardest to only start one new army this year. Period. No more than that. That is my ultimate goal for 2020.
Me and Felipe had the conversation like half a year ago where he told me, you know what? He said, you know what? I have my Space Wolves now, and Laura has her army, and we're fine. I'm not going to buy any more armies. I just laughed at him, and I said, look, it's like crack. Once you start, you don't stop. And then, how many armies since then? I think 3 armies now since then.
Okay.
Yeah, 3, because Tau, Eldar, and Chaos Knights. So 3 armies since then.
No,
we're still buying models.
Yeah, she's giving me the no. So it's Deathwatch, Space Wolves, Tau. Death Guard isn't really mine. It's okay, fine. It is kind of mine, half mine. No, it's hers, and then Chaos Knights. So
Deathwatch too.
Yeah, Deathwatch. Yeah, I did say Deathwatch.
Did you already say Tau?
Yeah, I said Tau.
And Eldar.
Did you say Eldar again?
No, Eldar is not mine.
I know it's not yours, but you paid for it, so y'all paid for it.
eBay watch list.
Yeah. There you go.
If you couldn't catch that, Laura just said that Felipe has sisters in his eBay watch list.
Shh, I don't know. It's on the. I'm watching it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just
So you're
watching
telling
it.
me
What?
if I offered you $150 for my sister,
Done.
I'll buy it right now. Handshake. I'll give you 160.
180.
180 cash. Let's go. For the box,
All right,
yeah.
see, that is my goal. I'm gonna try my hardest.
To only start one new army.
Only one.
How many models in that army are you going to buy? Are you going to buy 2,000 points, or are you just going to keep buying?
I mean, I'll aim for 2,000 points, and if anything else comes up, then sure.
Okay. All right. What about your resolution, Nick?
My resolution this year is to actually paint a model.
Paint one model. That's it.
I'm just kidding. I actually painted my entire Ad Mech army in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Good Lord,
And
son.
you can actually see the amount of effort he put into it.
Let me tell you, we were at the GT, and I forgot it was 3 color minimum. So I stood up and I painted 60 Rangers. No, sorry, 30 Rangers. No, it was 60 Rangers. 60 Rangers, both my Dune Crawlers. Oh, man, it was not fun. 3 robots. Those robots are awful to paint.
I hate speed painting.
Three color minimum. I mean, it literally looks slapped on, guys.
Ugh.
It's great.
I mean, our poor Eldar guy, Will, he's saying that he did that for one tournament, and now he's like having to strip everything just because he hates how he looks at it.
Well, I hate the way it looks, but I didn't ruin them to the point where I had to repaint them. It's just everything looks incomplete, so I just have to go back and retouch up everything, which is fine. Honestly, this year's resolution, I want to transition into Necrons. I've been eyeballing them for a while. I've been collecting them for a while now, aka 3 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say for a while now, meaning that he saw the model one day and was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm switching armies again."
I haven't technically switched any armies. I collect them, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I also really want to collect a melee Space Marine army. I really want to do White Suns.
White Scars.
White
Oh
Scars.
my god.
White Suns. I like the White Suns, please. That's a
White
mix between
Suns.
White Scars and the Evil Suns.
I do.
Or some Pikes.
Yeah, I do also want to get better at painting as well too. That's all.
Oh yes, I want my paint technique to go from tier 8 to tier 9.
Shut up.
I'm gonna go from a Golden Demon runner-up to a finalist.
Listen, I don't have the durability to do tournaments and everything. Like, I just don't like competitive. I'll try it. I really will, but I just don't like competitive 40K.
I love competitive 40K.
I also
live
love
for it.
competitive 40K.
Do you give me the opportunity to play 6 games in 2 days, and I'll gladly shake your hand and give you any amount of money you want?
And how come you haven't gone to a GT yet?
Well, because I haven't had one that lined up with my schedule yet.
Okay.
The last big GT was Iron Halo, and it just so happened that I was having a baby at that time, so it didn't quite work out.
Have you tried not being an adult?
I did try it for a little bit. I decided I like being an adult. So I'm going to stick with this now for probably the rest of my life, and I'll get back to you on that.
What's your guys'
Funny how you say that on recording.
Oh, man, you got me.
You guys got any tournaments coming up?
Yeah, there's actually a tournament this month that I won't be attending.
At Stormbrew Games?
Yeah. And
Shout out
then,
Stormbrew Games?
Yeah, Stormbrew. Give us money. No, I was kidding.
Storm, if you want to give us a sponsorship,
yeah, just start giving us some money. Or how about this? You can just start paying Phoenix for his time that he does with us. Yeah.
Shout out to TL. I heard he's really amazing, really good. A handsome man.
Yes.
Master of multiple armies.
Yes.
And just a total Chad character.
Oh my goodness.
Full disclosure. It's Matt.
Yeah. Oh no. Well. But yeah, so Laura, do you have any New Year's resolutions for Warhammer?
Yes, keep Felipe from buying more arms.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, good luck with that. That's going to be an impossibility.
So just in case you didn't hear that, she informed us that Felipe will not be building any new armies this year. So that's 2 votes for Felipe.
Just one.
Yep.
Just one.
Let's make
Maximum of one.
Wager.
Let's make a wager right now.
All right. What's the wager?
Oh my
I
God.
bet he buys 2 armies this year.
I bet he buys 3.
3. 4 for me personally.
Only one.
All right.
And
So
if I do one, it's going to be sisters.
It's here on record that he's either going to do 2, 3, or 4.
So you're telling
We'll see
me
who wins.
if I sell you my entire collection for $200,
That's what? Sisters?
everything I ever owned.
Yes.
No, because that would be such a headache to go through everything.
Why not? The resale value would be worth it.
Yeah, I could make some good money reselling. Painting it and then reselling it.
You don't even have to paint it. Just resell it. It's plastic. It's all
good
worth
point. Done.
It's here on record. And
I still have those rates at home that I'm supposed to give Matt. They're just sitting. I look at them every day, like, these aren't even mine. They're Matt's rates.
yeah, they're my rates.
Oh, and also additions to my current army do not count. So, like me making Chaos Space Marines for my Chaos Knights does not count as another army.
That is a separate
That's
codex.
not another.
Separate codex. Different army.
Oh my
No one was challenging you on that point.
Except for Laura over here is like, giving him the stink eye from across the room.
So yeah, Laura is the special guest for today.
Yeah, Laura.
Sitting chilling there playing some Witcher. That's like a TV show. Where's my 40K TV show?
It's coming.
Who's it going to be about?
I don't know.
Probably
there's that show that they're trying to make with
the
Inquisitors. Yeah, the
they're trying to make one about Inquisitors.
But the Inquisitors are so boring.
But it's just going to be a blank page that says redacted. You'll hear voices in the background, but you won't actually see anything.
But the Inquisitors are so boring. Out there.
Everybody.
They do make great allies, though. They have some crazy stuff. I was watching some people make a list of like sisters, and then throw in some Inquisition allies, and they can get some stuff done.
They used to be a lot better before the rework. They apparently you could take them with any weapon of the Imperium.
Ugh.
Yeah, they can have bolters, they can have power fists, they can have chain swords. So they have versatility. You can just give them storm shields.
So you're saying I can give them storm shields and
Yes.
thunder hammers and put them with my melee guard army and just wreck face?
Yes, supposedly
Oh,
that's
my goodness.
that's how I'm pretty sure it works.
And also, you can bring Inquisition and not lose your chapter doctrine, too.
Yes, that's the only thing you can add in to not lose your chapter doctrine.
That's so dumb,
Excellent.
though. So then Assassin should be...
you can't bring...
No assassins anymore.
Yeah, you can't do it with Assassin, which is dumb, because Assassins should be...
Well, it depends. Like, if I'm playing Blood Angels, I really don't care about my chapter doctrine at all. I'm actually considering...
What's your doctrine?
What?
What's your doctrine?
It's on round 6. Or, I'm sorry, on the 3rd round, I get 1 extra attack.
Why?
That's what it is.
That's not good.
But I think it's only when I charge.
Wow.
So, it's...
Don't you already have like 1 million attacks with your Primaris or Death Company?
So it's just 1 extra, but it's only from the 3rd turn on. So it's really, to me, is not like something that I'm fighting for.
But, well, that extra AP on certain weapons is kind of useful.
Yeah, I'm still not. I'd rather just bring extra good stuff like a Calexis Assassin.
Alexis Assassin or a Vindicare or Eversor. I love
The Eversor is amazing.
I love the Eversor.
My favorite part about the Eversor is if you can catch your opponent when he's like, you run it into a tank and your opponent goes, okay, I'm going to back it up, and they just move it like an inch or two.
Melts a bomb.
Yeah, melts a bomb. Like, oh, here, catch a melt-a-bomb on your way away.
I love Eversors. They're such a giant annoyance if you play it just right.
They are super annoying. Yeah.
Which was the Eversor? The one that only hits on 6s or whatever?
No.
That's Klexi. The Eversor has like a claw and a pistol, and he can throw melt-a-bombs. He's really cool. He also has a 3d6 charge when he comes on the table.
He also gets additional attacks for every model that he kills.
This is true.
So if he kills like 5 guardsmen in 1 turn, he can just get 5 more additional attacks.
Yeah, he essentially is a delete button. He's a delete button for hordes, yeah.
And when he dies, by the way, I forgot this in our last game.
When he dies, he blows up.
He blows up.
So I always joke around, like, I think he blows up when he dies. But that model literally blows up when he dies.
That's pretty cool. Sorry, I got distracted again. I don't know. I've never used assassins in my life.
I love assassins. They're so much fun. The only one that I didn't really find all that useful was the which one is the one that changes into shapes and everything?
Lore change?
No.
There's another one.
There's the Calexis, there's the Vindicare, the Eversor, and the...
Yeah, that's the one that I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, you guys all know the 4th one. That one's actually really, really powerful, especially against like Ad Mech. That's my first choice for Ad Mech. That's the one that he makes your stratagems cost twice as much.
Oh, that's right.
On like a 4+, your stratagems cost twice as much. So you have an army like Ad Mech, which is so heavily dependent upon using 30 points of stratagem. Oh my God, you burn through 20 points of stratagem turn 1.
Nah.
Yes, every game.
No.
So if I can, on half of them, make them cost twice as much.
What are we talking about? Oh, the Calidus assassin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one, the Calidus. Yes, he spent 10 minutes looking it
how
up.
many command points do you burn on turn 1?
It depends on who I'm going against. It depends on how much I hate you. Because the more
I know you're an eliminator, dude. It's like you can make him do some crazy stuff, can't you?
My eliminators?
Yeah.
For my Space Marines, yes.
No. I'm sorry. The little.
Oh yeah, I can make them. They're my delete button.
Yeah.
I can take down 2 knights if I'm feeling really risque, because I can split the fire to 2 knights, and if I get like at least 20 shots, which is really hard to do with 4 dice. But if I get at least 20 shots off on a knight, I'm guaranteed to kill a knight. Because they're 3 damage each. So I really don't care if you have a 4-up invuln. And then, on top of that, the robots are just so disgusting. Because they're strength 6 shots. And each robot gets like, 18 shots, 9... do the math wrong here. 6, 12, 18 shots. So the problem with Ad Mech is, though, if they ever get charged, like, I just almost lose the game every time. Because I can't move. My army cannot move fast enough. That's why I spend half the game moving my army up the board to get more board control.
You don't have anything on your codex that has the flat keyword at all that you can back up and shoot?
No.
Yes. You have those new tanks. Those have
Well,
hover. They're hover.
the
They have
hover
a fly
tanks?
keyword.
No.
Yes.
The World War II boats.
I know what you're saying. I know they do, but no.
Okay.
They will not be able to survive. They're very flimsy.
Yeah, I know.
And then the flyer. I hope the flyer is good. Because if we can get the Ad Mech flyer into the game, I'm really hoping that it is decent enough. Because the problem is, people on our back... The problem with Ad Mech, I personally think, is they're not fast enough. If they were just a tiny bit more mobile... I feel like they'd be really strong.
That's why they just gave you new hover transports to make you more mobile.
Yeah, but my Rangers, I don't need my Rangers anymore.
Okay.
They're not threats.
Anyways. Well, I did want to go over one more little bone to pick with Games Workshop before we sign off here tonight.
Okay.
My biggest complaint for Games Workshop is I am so tired of seeing pre-release stuff or just like pictures of models and then not getting those models
for 3 more months. Yeah,
for 3, 4, 6 months.
I would like Mr. James Workshop to at least give us like, here's Shadow Sun. She comes out on this date.
So like so we got Shadow Spear that released.
Yeah.
With all these awesome, cool Vanguard models, and we're still waiting for.
No, we're not. They're out.
No, not
all of them.
Most, yes, they are. The
Eliminators aren't, or the flying dude suppressors.
They're in the collecting box.
Yeah, but I can't just go buy suppressors in a box right now.
Yes,
The only no, you can't. Suppressors
in the Vanguard attachment box.
In the he's talking about individually.
I can't go buy just 3 of them right now.
It's not like in the Dark Imperium box.
It's been over 6 months and they still haven't released them.
Yeah, Dark Imperium, you still can't buy Bannerman by itself.
Okay, that's like a special like character. You had to buy that box for that. These are just like a unit.
Yeah,
I can't buy. The same thing with Sisters now. Sisters has been a few months.
They're coming out with them now.
But it's 4 months down the road.
Yeah,
they do have
They really have to gouge the boxes though, right? Like, I get it.
But the thing though is that Sisters is already a super, like, everybody wants Sisters. Like, they knew that they were going to sell out and everything. Everybody wanted a box. They should have planned this out better, honestly. It was very poorly planned out.
But I'm just really tired of getting like, oh, by the way, look at this really cool immolator. They showed us these pictures for these new immolators and exorcists, but we don't have any idea when they're going to come out.
Yeah, that's true.
No idea.
No idea.
And I hate waiting. I'm the most impatient person in the world, and I hate waiting. And I hate the fact that they keep showing me stuff that I want that I can't buy.
I don't mind waiting, but I just would like at least dates or like when it's going on pre-order or everything.
Don't give me dates. Give me releases.
Oh my God.
Don't listen to Felipe, GW. Listen to Matthew. Just go ahead and release everything.
Yeah, James Workshop, you're listening?
Yes, please.
What? They do release everything. All in time. Patience, my brother. Remember when What's-His-Face turned to Lord Vader? It says he was impatient.
Anakin?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Nick.
See? And there's jokes on him.
Jokes on who?
Anakin.
Yeah, he
He
was
should have just stayed with the light.
Yeah, he was impatient.
Well, if you haven't seen the movie, then you don't understand. It's a joke.
What movie? Maticus, Brother Maticus?
Yes. No, his brother. It's
Rabute Maticus.
Thank you.
Felipe, what's your cosplay name, bro?
I ain't got one.
All right.
I'm not as.
What's your
I'm
furry
not-
name? Because you're a Smith
Furry
player.
name, yeah.
Whatever.
Is it Lehman Russ? Lehman Russ X3.
Whatever.
Anyways, thank you everybody for listening. This has been Tabletop Shenanigans. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And Happy New Year's. I know we didn't say it throughout the video. 2020 is going to be a great year for me, great year for Matt, great year for Felipe, but probably not Alex.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He's not here tonight.
Yeah, he wasn't here to give us a New Year's resolution,
Yeah.
so it doesn't count.
You know what he's
Sorry,
doing?
Alex.
He's in Atlanta or South Georgia. South something. I don't know. He's somewhere. He's out of the state right now. So he's not relevant to us anymore. Anyways, thank you for your time. This has been Nicholas.
Matthew.
Felipe.
And it's been Tabletop Shenanigans. Good night.
Bye.